What's going on, guys? It's me, Shugashu. We are back with another Umamusume video, and like I said in yesterday's video, today we are going to be training Tsurumaru Tsuyoshi for the last time before the prep for the league, or before the League of Heroes release tonight. Right? Tonight. And then also tonight is the new banner, which is kind of weird because normally they would have released a banner at least like a few days prior, like 3 days, I think. But I think it's tonight also. Let me double check this with the whole League of Heroes thing, because I mean, according to the page, the news page, it does say it should be tonight because it has the same time as, I believe it's around the same time as the new banner. Well, let me double check. All right, here. Yeah, it's the same time as the banner, which normally doesn't happen. At least from what I remember and what I'm used to. So it's a little bit odd. So that means tomorrow's video is not only going to be round 1. I might separate the videos. Might. It's going to be interesting because then if I separate the videos, it's going to be weird trying to go over. Like one of them's going to have comments and the other is not to go over. So I think I'll just do both in the same video. It is what it is. So yeah, tomorrow's video will pretty much be the day 1 of League of Heroes, and then the quick banner overview for Saichi Pandora, the swimsuit version. So but anyways, back with the training. Tsurumaru Tsuyoshi, same setup as yesterday with that we used for Bubblegum Fellow. So here we are. Teo and Almond Eye for the speed cards, Dodo for the stamina, Tazen a friend card, Tamamo power, and Forever Young for the wise card. And that is pretty much it for the setup. So with that being said, we're gonna get started with the run. And before we go over the comments and start the training, if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. And I do see the comments right now. I don't know if it's, we'll see how it goes. There's a good bit. There's a good bit, but also depends on how I reply. But yesterday I actually did a good bunch of NT. Well, as if it wasn't obvious, I didn't record Beyond the Rails, but I did finish it. Actually, when I started doing Beyond the Rails, there was probably like an hour left, so I'm glad I got that out of the way. And then after that, I did my Pink Paws Bankai's runs, so I got that out of the way. And then after that, I believe I did the rest of the fishing, unless I didn't check today and they updated it. But I think maybe I'm done with the fishing in NT, at least the event. And then there was the auction one. I've already been done with the auction event. I've already been done with that. There was the hide and seek event, and I pretty much I finished that because for some odd reason it says you need like 58,000, I think. Or you could farm up to 58,000 to get all the rewards. But at like around 12k, I pretty much got all the rewards, and the last remaining one is just the beetle coins, which I don't mind farming for, but I find it faster. Well, I find it faster, obviously, to do it on the domain or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I don't know if I'll go just farm. I think because it's like 100 or whatever. I don't know exactly how to describe it, but yeah, I would say I'm pretty much done with the hide and seek event. And what's funny with the hide and seek event, the first 5 runs I did, 4 out of the 5 I was the hunter. The first 3 was me being the hunter. I'm like, but I want to be the hider. But I want to be the hider. But it was fun. I generally had fun with it. It was quick, nice and easy. Like 2 minutes per run, I would say. 2, maybe 3. But yeah, it was fine. I had fun with it. All that's pretty much left for me is do I want to do that? Sure. All that's left is the 999 nights. Still gotta get Shinku to level 60. And then farm the button coins or whatever it's called. That might take me a while, honestly speaking. And then what else did I do? Oh, I got Shinku and Iroi to level 80. Basically all of them are level 80. Both of them is level 80. Except all I need to do to work on them, this pretty much just goes for most of my characters, is their Esper abilities. Because well, I guess besides Hotori, because I think I pretty much maxed out her Esper abilities first. Because that's when I realized how expensive it got to bring those up. So expensive as in they take too many of the weekly boss materials. Is pretty much what I'm saying. But it's fine. It's fine. Although I don't know if I want to continue finishing like Baisong, Hathor, heck, even Mint, because I do want to get her to 80. And then I still need to start working on Daffodil and Fadia for my Lacrimosa team. But I don't know if I want to start any of them, simply because, well, Zanko is getting released next week, and I kind of want to use most of my resources for her first. Also, I'm curious what her team would be. I actually know nothing about her typing and all that. So, yeah, I guess I'll find out next week. And yeah, that is pretty much what I did in NZ. A good bit, actually. A good bit. And then for Enfield, I think the event that I was talking about that was going to update in like a day or two was going into like phase 2 of that event. I think. Because I think just with one or two more runs of that event, I can pretty much get the rewards for, I guess, this phase. I don't know if there's going to be more for the second phase. And I think that's it for Enfield. I don't know if there's more after that. What else did I do? What else did I do? Anything else? I don't think so. Zenless I haven't touched because I haven't. I still, because I didn't see no daily fishing thing that Nova was talking about. So I should probably check at least to see if I need to do anything daily when it comes to the beach combing or whatever, beach raking for the sea creatures or seashells. But I don't think there is. But I could double check. I don't think it is. But yeah, I haven't touched Zenless events besides of that. And then I do need to finish the Wuwa events also. Yeah. I don't think I'm completely done with the Wuwa events. I know one of them or two of them I am pretty much finishing it. Or finished with it, because I just need to do the last one that they didn't finish, or like they didn't release Sui for one of the events prior because of her release. She wasn't released yet. I'm just gonna do it. But yeah. And then I'm pretty much gonna try and get all these events done before the weekend, because in the weekend I might, depending on how busy I am over the weekend, which I hope I'm not, I'm pretty much gonna spend the weekend catching up on Genshin and Star Rail. Star Rail first, obviously, because it's shorter, but the reason why I need to get started with Genshin is because, well, I think there's a free purple weapon and a free copy of a character that I can get. A 4-star character, but you know, still character. And yeah, I'm just behind, and I don't want to get any more behind than I am right now. Star Rail is just the same. I need to get done with the 4.4 and the collab, which I want to get done before the story updates, or I guess before the release of the next patch, which is, I think it's in 2 weeks. I think. Because that's when the Summer Robin is getting released. So yeah, I can get Star Rail done. And I could get that done in 1 day, and then until I have to at least finish Genshin by the time it updates to the next patch. I believe. I have to double check, but until like 7.1, if anything. And then in between that, I still need to worry about Wuwa next week, because obviously there should most likely be a new story. With it being the new 3.6. And then I don't think there should be anything for Zenless besides more events, most likely. And Sigrid getting released. What else? And I already mentioned NTE next week. Oh, I guess. Yeah, NTE next week also. So that's also gonna take another story. And then in what, 2 weeks or something like that, or 2.5 weeks, we're gonna get Enfield again. Another update there, I assume. Right, another like 2.5 weeks. Yeah, and that's when we get the Fairmount proxy, or yeah, the Fairmount proxy, which to me is a must pull for myself, so I'm gonna pull for her. And then if what I saw was correct, and after her should be that guy character, that's gonna be a perfect time for me to not pull. It's gonna be the same process with any other as with any other of the games I play, unless I feel like I want to pull for the guy character, or I feel like I should, which most of the time I don't. I'm not pulling, so it is what it is. Well, I mean, it is what it is, but I wasn't gonna pull anyway. But other than that, that should be most of it, or all the games pretty much. So I think we're good on that. Do I have to do anything else though? I'm not sure. Oh, and speaking about Star Rail, I pretty much went all the way down to guaranteed for the Fate collab, because I was still pulling to get the free light cone. And literally I was doing single pulls because I'm low in I'm low in stellar jades, and I needed one more single pull to get the free light cone for Gilgamesh. Or at least I chose Gilgamesh because I already had archers. And then I checked my record, my history, and I was like, why haven't I gone to pull yet to see my 50-50? Because my last pull was Himiko. And I was going through the list, I'm like, dang, I'm pretty much guaranteed at this point. So I did one more single because I had enough for one more single. And lo and behold, I won the 50-50. So all that I need is Reen's light cone, and I'll be good. But since it even says long-term warp, I don't think I need to pull for her light cone in a while. But it kind of just feels weird because now I'm just like, I feel like I'm just holding back. But I have 2 weeks to get whatever I can to farm for, or Stellar Jades for the upcoming banners, or at least for Robin. So I don't know really what I'm gonna do. I might end up skipping in Star Rail. Oh, and speaking about Star Rail and Zenless, since I remembered, I don't know. I did see that Star Rail and Zenless actually is gonna be having a collab, because it was announced later for winter, this winter. So yeah, so I guess the whole pom-pom showing up in random play was, I thought it was just for the memes, but I guess not. But I guess not. It was legitimate that they was gonna collab at one point. So we'll see what happens. Apparently there was some rumors for Star Rail to collab with Genshin also, but I think Genshin's gonna somehow screw that up. If what I heard is correct. Because they have this I don't know what to call it, game mode or whatever, where essentially it's kind of like a whole new world where you just play like mini games or play in different worlds. Kind of like this is such a I don't like that I'm gonna make this comparison, but it's kind of like Roblox, where you're joining different worlds or playing different games and all that, or like Itch.io or something like this, something along those lines. And I'm just like, if they're gonna make it there, it's possibly even though the Alloy one was already bad, is it already worse because it's within their own brand of game, you know? And I feel like majority of players of Genshin don't even touch that game mode, gameplay, or whatever. So for like the first time, and like probably just the first time in general, I'm hoping against hope that Genshin does not screw this up. Hoping against hope, but I feel like Genshin will. And then that will give more of the Genshin community to yap about. It's mostly just the Genshin community that yaps about when it comes to the 3. Star Rail is getting there, I'll admit. But Star Rail is also the most popular one out of the 3, what it looks like. Like I mentioned this back in July. At least that's what it looked like in person when it came to how many people was in Star Rail compared to Genshin and Zenless and Anime Expo, like I've mentioned. So, yeah. Yeah. But other than that, I think that's pretty much it on my end. So I'm gonna refresh the comments, and then I'm gonna start going over the comments. Well, I'm gonna scroll through them first, see where I should start. And it looks like most of the comments are mainly from Nova, then Kazuki, and then the one comment from Uma JP Enjoyer. I did see a reply from Asta in one of Nova's comments, and that would be pretty much it. Although there's a good bunch, I would say like maybe like 10 of them's like replies though. Excuse me. Excuse me. But other than that, we'll start off with Uma JP Enjoyer's comment, and it says, "Congratulations for another US rank Umamusume." Thank you. Thank you, thank you. Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it. Yeah, thank you for the comment, Uma JP Enjoyer. Appreciate it, as always. Next comments we'll be going over is from Kazuki, and then we'll always, as per usual, end off with Nova. Where is Kazuki's first comment? And it's right there. Give me a sec to do this and that. About Callstone Light, my goat. I guess Callstone Light's your goat. I feel like you've mentioned this before. I think you have. I see the news that his world record, 1,000 meters, Ibis Summer Dash, got beaten by other racehorse in Japan. Puro Magic, or I guess maybe Pure Magic. Maybe. From 53.7 seconds to 53.5. Dang. By milliseconds. This year. And yeah, it's the same race in Ibis Summer Dash and same race course at Niigata. Though still Callstone Light, my goat, held the title world record for 24 years. I would assume it would be in the same race and race course, because then it technically wouldn't be if it would. Then what I meant to say, then because if it wasn't, then technically they didn't beat the world record of the same race. So it makes sense for it to be in the same race course and the same, I guess, event race, so to speak. So yeah. Speaking of Callstone Light, I might get her to 5-star this month or next. Go for it. Go for it. You do you. You do you. Did I don't know why I did that, but Nova says, you can run her in long distance for the giggles. I know Eugen did that with Bono once. I mean, if Eugen's also, I mean, Eugen, you can do it with anyone. It all depends on if your inheritance goes right, because for me, it's like going from an F, I think was the lowest, or a G, to an A at the very least. Sometimes it's just the obstacle you need to get through. Sometimes it's just the obstacle you need to get through. Kazuki says, yeah, as long as I have the right cards, tap dance speed at MOB, currently at LB0 and Mahoyo? Are we? Do you mean Mihono? Mahoyo? You almost made me say Mihoyo and think about Hoyoers. Mihono Bourbon, you mean? Power at MOB, currently none at all. I think I had the Tap Dance City card, I think. But also at LB0. And I don't know if I have Mihonos. And I did see that Nova did reply to another comment, I think. So I'm gonna save that for later. Next comment from Kazuki says... Oops. The one thing I hate the most about this ramen scenario is that the RNG in the Ura finale, the last 3 trainings, is 2 BS. It's 2 RNG when I want to train my Y sometimes. It didn't have enough other cards on it, and the skill points gain is too little, like a 153 plus 34. And the speed facilities, of course, have the other cards, and the skill points gain is a lot, like 200 plus 65, or even 200 plus 100. And of course, I'll go and click for that for the sake of getting lots of SP. In the game's defense, literally in the game's defense, since, because I've been playing it since the beginning, the whole game is based off, the whole training scenario, and any scenario is just based off RNG. So you're pretty much just complaining about the normal thing. You're pretty much complaining about a normal thing in Pretty Derby. So what I will say is, It's nothing new. That's been happening since forever ago. So I guess since this is probably the only, I don't know, the first time I heard you complain about the RNG of the training, I will say to you for the first time, welcome to the club, because it seems like it seems like you've been surprised by it for the first time. Also, I heard that you need to get at least 8800 to 9200 SP if you use the standard support card deck, like 2 speed, 1 stamina, 1 power, 1 Y, so that you can buy the excess skills, not really important skills. And I think this is for the sake of Uma rank ratings for higher rank and usable for CMs or League of Heroes. Well, I don't know okay, let's say not really important skills. And for the sake of Uma ratings, but let's say one of those excess skills, will not have any chance of getting activated, because what if they're a different position than what your Uma is, or like why would you even also use this specific Uma if it's gonna be mainly focused on medium distance and you pick up like, let's say, mile or short distance skills? So wouldn't this be technically not usable for other CMs or League of Heroes except for the specific distance that you trained it for? just a question. Just a question. Because yeah. That's just my thought. Like, I get it for Uma rank and rings, but I don't see how this would be usable for other CMs or League of Heroes, unless you're just going to use it for the same distance in the future. But in the future, you're probably most likely going to be training newer ones, so... Hmm? I don't even think I've reached 8800, if I'm going to be very honest. I don't think I've reached 8800 a single time. At least I haven't really paid attention to it, but... And I confirmed it since it happened and tested it, like I already bought the important skills and there's still excess skills and SP left. So yeah, I mean, even without me going to 8800, if I'm going to be honest, I guess yesterday was a good example of some skills being left over. But for the usual, for myself, for a lot of runs, I would have excess skills, but all of them are just pretty much just like, it's not going to help me. But at the same time, I probably didn't get as much skills as I did to my US runs, obviously. Oh, nice, another US rank. Congrats. Thank you. And then crap, Pandora Mama-san swimsuit is coming. I don't have enough carrots and still saving. So, quick question, Kazuki. You called Imith your daughter, right? But Imith looks way older and way mature than Pandora. Yet you called Pandora Mama-san. See where I'm going here? Kind of weird. Kind of weird. And I'm pretty sure if we're gonna go by the Uma age and all that, I don't think they're any that old, any of that older. I don't think they're that much older than, you know. So it's, at least if we're going by the anime, obviously they're, you know, but kind of weird. But well, it comes to this, my alt account. You up on the stage, your time has come once more. And then you're gonna somehow get in your alt account within some kind of polls. Nova, I think the only competition here is Kazuki's alt account for whatever reason. For whatever reason, Kazuki's alt account seems to be the one of the luckiest in a weird way, because he has a main account. So we can't really necessarily count his alt account because he doesn't use it for training and anything like that. It's literally just there for the sake of pulling. for the sake of pulling. But also didn't expect Tap Dance Speed card to show up on a rerun banner. Support card scam banner early. Side games really pushing this to bait players so hard to spend before the half any bigger events, so it's kind of worth it if you still didn't have them since it's current meta cards right now. Also, Air Groove Speed is on that rerun banner as well. Well, it's kind of funny of you to say that to bait players when you've pulled how many times in these banners? How many times did you pull in these banners, Kazuki? Yet you yet you still probably will still do it. Honestly, Kazuki, yes, it's technically worth, but at the same time, no, because like what you're experiencing right now, if you pull on it, then you won't be able to pull for the newer cards or characters that you want to pull for. So yeah, no, I wouldn't. It's like worth it, but not at the same time. It depends how you think about it. It depends how you think about it. I think you're just going through the cycle right now because you're gonna say it's a bait and all that, but you're still gonna pull for it. Then you're gonna say you don't have any carrots because you pulled Instead's banner, and then a banner or character comes out, or banner comes out, whether it's a character or support card, and you're like, dang, I can't pull because I pulled in the banner. And then rinse and repeat. That's what I feel like has been going on with you, Kazuki. So you gotta break that cycle. You gotta pick one side or the other. You gotta pick one side or the other. You're either gonna keep pulling for reruns of support cards, or you're gonna just go with the flow and just wait until the newer card, the new banners get released for whatever card or Uma, because you can't live both worlds. You can't live both worlds. You gotta pick one or the other. The Air Groove Speed card is general for medium distance. Don't know if it will get power creep early since it gets categorized as general for medium distance. I believe that one is medium betweener. Let me double check. I'm pretty sure that one's medium betweener, not just medium distance. Wait, did you say Air Groove or the other one? Let me double check. Did you say Air Groove? Oh yeah, Air Groove should be the medium distance. I was thinking about the other one. My bads. I was thinking about Admire Groove. Admire Groove is the between their medium distance in a way, mostly in a way. While Air Groove is the medium distance one. You're right. You're right. I had this. I initially thought Admire Groove, not Air Groove, but I did read Air Groove. Yeah, it is a general card for medium distance. You're right. Also, power cards, their value decreased due to the current scenario as triple speed is more convenient and easy to get the raw power stats and SP, but meta-wise, they're still up. I don't know about that. I did triple speed and my power was just at 1200. So, yeah, that's the main reason why I went down to 2 speed and 1 power, because... Well, for the long distance runs, I kind of felt like it was alright to go with the low power, but being in medium distance or lower, I kind of feel like power is a little bit more important. So, knowing that I only reached like 12 to 1300 when it came to power with 3 speed cards, yeah, no, I'm gonna go put another speed card, or power card. I'm gonna put a power card in my setup. Especially Neo Universe Bourbon and Fine Motion, and in next scenario maybe their value will increase again. At least they will still not get power crept yet, and that's nice. Well, it might be a while. It might be a while. Nova says, should I pull? I'm scared. Well, it's a single banner, I assume, and if you like her, why wouldn't you? Especially considering you have more than enough pulls to pull for her. Considering it's Unova. Mr. Still the King Lucky Mustard that will not get overthrown. Noah says, when is this alt gonna be your main? Kazuki says, not gonna happen. That's just my mistress. Whoa. My pleasures and freedom. My main account is my wife. Well, dang. Noah says, "Oh no, account harem?" And Kazuki says, "Me too. I'm scared since I'm careless. It's too scary to the point it's so sad." It's like I said, the reason why you're careless is because you be pulling on these said bait banners that you said so yourself in your comment. So isn't it funny that you would say that you would call it a bait banner when you pull it yourself? While yes, it is nice to catch up with the support cards for your account, you kind of just held yourself back from pulling for future banners. Like I said, you kind of just going through this as a cycle, a repeated cycle. Is what it seems like. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it again. You got to break out of the cycle. You got to choose one side. Either you're gonna keep pulling on these banners, or you're actually gonna start focusing on the new banners when they first come out. So yeah. And then Nova says, "Well, next time it is." And then thank you, Noah, for the replies, because that is the last time you replied to one of our two Kazuki's comments. So, and the last comment from Kazuki says, "One more training and I'm done with my League of Heroes prep, I think. Trying to get US3 Almond Eye. Good luck on that. This is most likely my last training, unless I decide to do some trainings prior to the video. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Right now I have... I guess my top 3 would be Bubblegum Fellow. I believe Tsurumaru Tsuyoshi at UA8. And I don't know if I have a third. I forgot. And if I do, I forgot who. Could be... Who was it? I don't know who it is. So we'll see. We'll see. But other than that, thank you, Kazuki, for all the comments. Appreciate it as always. Okay. Let's nope, this is a long distance race. Why? I don't necessarily want to pick out too many. Oh, why? I feel like this has happened last time, so we'll see what happens. Definitely shouldn't be a stamina issue, so it might just be we were meant to lose this race to Saiyan Sky. Will you end up just winning, please? Oh man, should I just pick out a few more skills? Do I? That's not even... Well, this is Dodo, so maybe I'll just grab that. And then that. Would that make any difference? I don't normally care about this, but I just want to see if I can win. It's probably most likely because I have a C. But I am not training here for long distance, so... I guess we'll just take the L, and then hopefully we just don't lose any other races. But looking at the comments, seems like the rest is just from Nova. And yes, later to after this video, like the usual, there will be a global video. I had already recorded it. Like I said, did I say this in JP's video yesterday? Well, in Global's video on Tuesday. Yeah, on Tuesday, I said I was gonna record day 2, round 2 of the CM on Global and post it on Thursday, because later today should be the Group E finals, so I'll record that for tomorrow, or the group finals in general. But yeah, other than that, first comment from Nova says Tsuyoshi in the ground again. I don't know why, but why does that sound way worse than just rest in peace? Like, out of context, if people don't know what you're talking about, they're just gonna assume, you know, I did Beyond the Rails floor 10 and stop. I ran out of time since I have to go to the office. I woke up at 5 a.m. just to see how far I get. It seems that my Shinku team still need tweaking. Yeah, I would say the same for myself. Well, mainly just the Esper abilities, but also I could fix up the modules and all that as well. Then I could use some help also. Live stream and Zenless said fishing will be back, so did I get lied to? I didn't see any fishing when I did the event, like I said. I'm assuming you meant the 3.1 live stream? Let's see. Can I get a live stream summary? Well, let's check the Hoyo Lab website, I guess. Hopefully they show everything. Yep. For the whole version. Huh. Wait. Remiel's there for the whole version? Huh. Phase 1, Arya. Phase 2, Sigrid. Oh, and is that a rerun, triple rerun banner with Dial-in, Yuzuha, and Harumasa? Okay. That's there. Character buffs to Jane, Rina, and Nekomata. New Bang Boo, W Engines, yup, Tribe Disc. Main story, new events. Enigma of the Labyrinth, Operation Bagel. That is the new weekly that they added in the Hollow Zero thing that I was talking about. Summer Waves Rollin' is the summer event, which I would assume was supposed to be the quote-unquote fishing. Oh wait, it doesn't really describe it. And just based off the pictures is what I've seen. The beach combing event, or whatever it's called, and then the selling the picture event. I don't know what this is. Dangerous Fugitives Leisurely Vacation. I think that might be Remiel's related event. Delivery training event, whatever that is. Deadly Assault update, adversity mode. We already seen that. Or I guess a new one. Yeah. Vathan's grand reveal of the year. I think that's the going over the I think that was just the gacha events where they go over how your year went of your account. Triple bounty event, anniversary rewards, which should have already been given. Nothing. Film goer thank you give. Crispy meal deployment plan. To the Tango, there's silence, Sigurd's video, dynamic wallpapers. Yeah, Nova, there's nothing here says fishing. And this is the live stream summary from and Hoyo's actual website. So did you just assume it was fishing? Did you register it as fishing in your mind when it wasn't? I wouldn't be surprised if that was the case, Nova. that wouldn't surprise me, considering it's you, Nova. And if you had seen the live stream, you didn't mention the Star Rail and Zenless collab. I don't. That's at least that's what it says here in the live stream summary from what I've seen here. So did you really see it? See the live stream? Yeah, I'm going through another website that goes through the live stream summary, and Yeah, I'm gonna go check the Summer Waves Rollin' event. Participate in seaside beachcombing. Proxies will get to control the agents as they gather items and sea creatures along the beach. Still not fishing though. Collect for treasure trading. Discover sea creatures, which goes with the sea combing event. So, or they might have added more fishes also, but this one just looks like it's from the the beach combing event. So, yeah, I'm gonna say it again. I don't see it, Nova. Even going over 2 different websites, the actual Hoyo Lab website that's just Hoyo. It's you could connect your Hoyo account to, and a different website that went over a full summary of the live stream for 3.1. So I'm sorry to say it, Nova. I think you just lied to yourself, not the stream. Because technically fishing never left. Technically the fishing never left, because you could have kept doing the fishing in Zenless on the side if you really wanted to. But I would assume there would have been some kind of, I don't know, I mentioned when I was going through the events. But yeah, just saying, I don't see it, Nova. I don't see it. I don't think you got lied to. I think you lied to yourself. So yes, technically you did get lied to from yourself. Whoa, web event was alright. I played more of the other combat event, which is fun. I finished building Yang Yang and Sui Sui, but the skill levels, yikes, I need to farm those mob drops. I think we're talking about the same mob drops. I guess I'll do that once I do my exploration. Yeah, those mob drops, that's pretty much the reason why I'm being held back from building characters. And, well, at least the recent characters don't have a lot of those drops. Next banner is looking bad. I still have leftover rocks, but it seems that my luck in Wuwa is running dry. Same. Same. So is a must pull, and the dude is a skip in Enfield, but yeah, Enfield needs more downtime for me. I need time to farm a heck more rocks to get 120 pulls back. I could explore, but I haven't fully explored in Enfield at all. Like, yeah, I went around and did my mining stuff, relays, and all that, but looking for all the chests and all that? Nope. I could also probably do if there are any, like, side missions that gives the currency. We'll see. So if I have to guess, Genshin is a gacha where you don't own most of the characters. Pretty much. Pretty much. There has been Genshin would be the one game, or the compared to like the other Hoyo games, Wuwa, where I have pulled in banners, but not end up getting the characters. A lot of them. So it is what it is. On top of that, for whatever reason, I feel like Genshin also is where it takes me the longest to build characters. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this a long time ago, but yeah, for whatever reason, like as of right now, I'm still like, I could use Sandrone, but she's not completely built. So I still have characters that I haven't completely built. One, because I don't necessarily, I guess, have a team for them, I think. Well, I most likely do, because then I wouldn't have pulled for them. But yeah, it is what it is. I still enjoy Genshin. Surprisingly, I say that because I did drop it once. But I am enjoying Genshin. But that's also the main reason why I end up using a singular team for a long time. Like right now, I'm still using my Skirk, Farina. What was her name? Not Sitlali. I would never forget Sitlali. Who was her name? How did I forget her name when I literally see her every day when I do dailies? Escoffier. Oh my gosh. I was not gonna move on with the training or the comments if I didn't figure out the name. How did that slip through my mind? But yeah, I've been using pretty much my ice team with Farina this whole time. So yeah. Whale Versity, Deadly Assault. I don't think I'll do it. It's like an extra content, which is optional. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. Azure Primelia is not releasing in global from what it looks like. I think that's fine, but people are doom posting already. Here we go with the Uma thing again. Just play the JP server. People also seem to neglect the benefit of future sight. Asta replied and says, yeah, I saw this. Thank you, Asta, for the reply. But what I would say is, I don't know if what I saw was correct. But I think the reason why they're doing it is because they're not doing global is because of, I don't know why. I read and it mentioned censorship. And then also mentioning how something about not having like a global backer or whatever. I don't know, something like that. I don't fully understand, but I don't know. I mean, I'll give it a try. It's not, obviously I don't have an issue trying games in the Japanese server. I've done it with many other games. But the reason why I say I give it a try is because it will probably take me a little bit more time to get into the game. Obviously, because I need to go learn stuff if I have to. If I'm playing the JP server, obviously. Yeah. It'll probably take me some time to get used to as well. Used to get into it and all that because of just trying to get used, to the game itself. If it comes down to that. I'll probably give it a try regardless, because I did say I wanted to play it, but yeah, I don't know if they'll actually have a global version. I think there's also going to be a Korean version. It kind of sounds familiar, like Pretty Derby, right? Where they released a JP version and then the Korean version. But at least the Korean version is not getting released like 2 years later. like what happened with Pretty Derby. Meta cards over Uma, especially as a free-to-play. As a former free-to-play, you gotta prioritize the cards. No pulling on Umas. It says the guy with like so many tickets and over 100k or so, or even more, when it comes to his pulls. I'm competitive in Uma when I have time and actually don't have IRL stuff going on. Then again, I'm the most competitive now in other gachas aside from Uma, so it is what it is. Competitive? What do you mean by competitive? In Mongol, I did get Mabel. Is that her name? I still didn't get her name. I still have to play Mongol. Well, I play Mongol. I still need to play the, I guess, her event. I catch up. I did get Mabel and her weapon since I do like her design and voice. As for her usage, well, I don't have any idea how to build an electric team. So Mongol will just be a slow grind. It's like I said, I don't think you need to focus on mono team because you have support and out supports characters that will help you regardless of your element. I thought we went over this, Nova, where most of these games are not really focusing a lot on mono teams. So yeah, that's all I gotta say. Daring Tack should be a betweener, so maybe new betweener speed card. Please side games, please. Maybe. Ooh. Can I? Ooh. But you know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna rest. Screw it. I hope they keep Grand Architect in this form, no dudes. Well, I mean, you're like already celebrating the fact that you quote unquote technically saw the Grand Architect, but it's like I said, we don't even know the Grand Architect's real gender. Yet you were celebrating and acting like like you know, you already knew. What? What happened? Did my app freeze? Hello? Something. Check your Wi-Fi connection. Huh? Hello? Well, you can't tell me to check my Wi-Fi connection when I just easily came back to... Oh! Unstable? Hold on, let me go to YouTube and see if it's actually a Wi-Fi issue. No! I refreshed YouTube perfectly fine. Alright, let's try this again. Yeah, I'm leaving all that in. It's like that one time where my internet supposedly went out. Well, maybe it did for a while, over like those few minutes. But I'm here. But I'm here. Anyways. Continuing on. What was we talking about? But yeah. We'll see we'll see one day or so we'll figure out who the Grand Architect is, as in the gender. Because I find it funny how you've like been, for some odd reason, felt like you've been simping over the Grand Architect without knowing the gender. Qing Shao is apparently going to be with Dania and Mornier. Dania is getting tossed around too. Gosh, we need more supports. Also, that Lancer dude's a DPS, I heard, and that's a relief. Skipping. Ooh. That's interesting. Because I already pretty much solidified my IMF team to have Dania and Lupa. So this is interesting for me because I do want Qing Shao, but I need to know more of her other team possibilities. Either that or yeah, I'm gonna have to figure this out. I don't want to skip her, but I'm gonna have to figure this out because it's the reason why I didn't do Chisa for IMF, and the reason why I bothered to build Lupa for IMF's team is because this has just been a thing for myself where I like building separate teams without trying to overlap the characters too much or at all, which is why I've only had, as of right now, just Chisa being with well, technically in 3 teams right now, technically, but I can't really help it because she's technically attached to Cardathea, unless I remove her and put Arrow Rover instead, and then you know, it is what it is. But for most of my games, I try not to overlap characters just so I can keep using the same character, the characters for as long as I can. At least that's my approach. So I'll see. I'll see what I can do with Qingxiao. I'm hoping just maybe I can use her somewhere else and not just Dania. At least that's my hope. That is my hope. But we'll see. We shall see. I paired Suna with Xiaoguang and Nangon with Miyabi. I mean, I do pair Nangon with Miyabi. Also, if you've seen a lot of every time I use Miyabi in Shiyu Defense and Deadly Assault, usually I'm using her with Nangon. So it's nothing new for me. Arya can go with the usual Fan Lady and Pink Booba Angel, while I have Promea. Arya's kind of the one that gets left out, but like I said, I mainly use Arya with Suna. Well, I guess just Angels of Delusions with Angels of Delusions, so it's pretty much. It's funny how the value of separating the angels exceeds out of the value of putting them together in one team. Yeah. Even though I said that my Angels of Delusions team as a group together sucks, I still get value out of it outside of it. Arya, obviously, I could use her with Remiel and all that. But also, I can use her as Angel Delusions team. Also, you know, all whatever else I can. Suna, though, is the one for me that isn't the worth it because as the support of the group, yeah, I'm missing out on extra damage, so to speak. Which is why Xiao Guang's team is kind of incomplete if I use Suna. So that's why I use Dylan. Which kind of gives me the tempting thought of pulling for Suna's W engine. Or I can wait and maybe for some whatever reason they decide to put Suna and her W engine as a free option next year. Maybe. Maybe. If Mengzhou is based off China, which I would assume it is, because Ashinohara seems more like it's based on Japan. Then I can call it a province of Huanglong. Maybe Ashinohara will have several prefectures. I like how you mentioned as prefectures because I did this compared to Japan. I'm not sure what to call the new federation though. Russia. If you want to figure out why I said that, well, I kind of just thought Lene. And that's it. I kind of just went down along the lines of Lene. That's it. Maybe it had something to do with her being blonde. I don't know. I don't know. But that was just my thought. No, because what was it? Well, because isn't it like a lot of anime characters when there's quote unquote from Russia, I either see them as white haired or blonde. So I guess that's probably why. News in the sports world. The only thing I can think of is the Lakers being sold to Jared Kushner's brother. Was his name Josh? Yeah, I mean, it's funny how you say you just basically said what I said in a different way. Because I said the Lakers got sold. But I didn't go into detail of that. Yeah, I did. But I think there's something more under it. Since I do keep up with I still keep up with basketball news even outside of even in the off season. Because I gotta prep myself for the fantasy season and for the fantasy season. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Ooh. I just want to increase the rust. Screw it. I'll glaze Yang Yang for the patches to come. You do you. You do you, Nova. I couldn't use Tonefall Girl, but the Long Spear Girl was OPAF. Like I said, Talon was my main. I don't remember the others, but I do remember enjoying other characters, like I said. Or both. Big plot, villain mama. It's not my fault these gacha games make villains so desirable. I know now that Scarlet Letter Lady is now on the way, so I'm hoping for Cocoon and Arcana from Reverse. Hey. Do I keep doing this just so I can keep increasing this while also... This will get it very close, but yeah, sure. This might be the run for Tsurumaru. Might. Is there another comment from Nova? Oh yeah, and the last one from Nova says... It's gonna be the last comment. The one thing I hate the most about this... Wait, that's Kazuki's. What the heck? Why did it go down? Shushu, I'm crashing out again. People in the Blue Archive community still whining about the 50-50 when it is very much a non-issue when these... When I am not going to say that because I know what you're trying to say and I know why you dumbed it down to, or you took out 2 of the letters, but I'm still not going to say it. I am still not going to say it. When these people still play gachas like, I guess I would just say it in a different way. When these idiots still play gachas like Wu and the others. Idiots. They complain about things they already experienced or still continue to experience. Next one hasn't changed the rate or removed the guaranteed at 200. Plus there's a rebate system now that most gachas don't even have either. I'm so sick and tired of their BS and just wanted to vent again. Oh, good. Oh, good. Man, I wish Uma has a 50-50 sometimes and plus carry over pity. It's 5 a.m. now and I woke up in a fit of rage. Guess that just means I'll have to relieve my stress at work. It's just how people are, Nova. It's just how people are. They're idiots. They'll complain about something they clearly have no issue with or had an issue with before. Or they'll complain about something, about not having something, and they'll still complain about it. Another jab to the whole the Genshin people. So anyway, so yeah, it's just the way it is. That's just the way it is. But other than that, thank you, Kazuki, Nova, and Uma, JP, and Joy for the comments, and Nova, Asta for replying to one of Nova's comments. And I think that's it. So let me go pick out the skills and we'll end the video. And then I gotta edit this, upload it, and we're good. But we'll see if this is as good as I hope it is. I'm actually hoping it at least reach US. I'm hoping. But will it be? I don't know. We'll see. Kind of looking like yesterday's in a way. I just realized that this is not... Is this what I was looking for? What was I looking for? Nakayama, right? Are we going in Nakayama? I don't even remember. I don't know. Remember what the race is. It is Nakayama. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. And this should be it. Oh. Oh. Then one more. 29. Was there one here? 120? Yeah, we'll just get that one. And then we good. We did get an S aptitude on leader. Well, let's see how we did as a whole training. All right, halfway through US. I'll take it. I'll take it. That's what I was trying to do prior to the League of Heroes, so I'll take it. I did say I wanted to bring Bubblegum Fellow and Tsurumaru Tsuyoshi to the League of Heroes, and here we are. I don't know who that third spot will belong to, so I think I will just do some training prior, and we'll see what happens. So ended off with 2191 speed, 1534 stamina, 1706 power, 908 guts, and 1670 on wise. This is actually a pretty good spread, not gonna lie, when it comes to the stats, because wise is actually close to 1700, which I don't think I got in there before. I think power is maxed out, speed is maxed out, and honestly stamina is pretty high for what I want it to be. And then obviously guts could be better, but we rarely touch stamina. So if we had touched stamina a little bit more, that would be probably 1200. So, and then again, S aptitude on leader. But with that being said, guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you guys didn't make it this far, I do want to say thank you. If you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know how you guys are doing on your last minute prep for the League of Heroes. It should be releasing tonight along with the new banners. So if you guys can, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and let me know if you guys are going to be pulling for Fusaichi Pandora, the swimsuit version. I'm assuming that's the banner. And who you guys are bringing to the League of Heroes, and if there's anything else you want to talk about or ask me, just leave it down in the comment section down below. As long as appropriate, I'll go over it. And if you guys haven't joined the Discord server, link is down in the description down below. So with that being said, guys, that's going to be it for this video. Thank you once again. As always, I'll see you on the next one. Peace.